Hey, what's up, guys? Paul Reed fan here, and today I don't even know, I guess I'm talking about the Super Bowl. It's an Eagles-related video that I guess I've been kind of putting off because we're at the end of the season, and I've been really taking in and enjoying how amazing this season has been. I think I fall into the category of being extremely critical of the Eagles, especially this year. I knew we were good. I knew our defense was fantastic, but I had reservations of how Jalen could elevate this team, and like he does to his doubters, like he does to his own fans. I don't know if he proved me wrong, but he played to what I wanted him to play like in that Commanders game. And he hasn't, and to be fair, he hasn't turned the ball over at all how many weeks? He's never thrown an interception. He hasn't thrown an interception in the playoffs in like 240 passes. So, this was an amazing season. I can't believe that Saquon Barkley is Saquon Barkley. The level he's at is mind-boggling. He's the most insane player I've ever had the opportunity to watch every Sunday, every week. I mean, the O-line, like this is the most talented team under a head coach that I had extreme reservations about, but has established a culture and a brothership that through all of the media, all of every single week, there's always something with this team of this is a big problem, these people aren't happy with each other, and we're in the Super Bowl. I mean, it's shocking. I mean, you see so many people walking back their Eagles takes from over the year, like throughout the year. So many talking heads on TV, just like, oh, actually, this team is good. Oh, actually, yeah, no, they're just amazing. Yeah, no, Jalen Hurts is really good. Like, all he does is win, and I'm very superstitious, so sometimes I don't even speak my mind if it's a positive thing. So if I'm ever being too negative on here, I feel like if I talk positively, then it'll come back to bite me. I knock on wood. I don't change my background. I don't change the way my hair, like, I don't shave. I don't wear certain Eagles gear. I am overly superstitious for whatever reason. It's pretty stupid, but I mean, we're at the point where we're in the Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl media week, and all I'm doing is going over and watching highlights and insane plays over the year. Like, it has been one hell of an Eagles year. And to cap it off on that Commanders divisional win, just belt to ass. The defense was unstoppable. Saquon played great. Jalen played great. No turnovers again. I mean, it's exactly what you want to see from a team too. Like last year's defense, I know that I think this point is overly used, but the word soft and not locked in and non-motivated and didn't want it enough, I think that is insulting to players, but we were like top of the league in missed tackles. That's not this team. That's not this year. I mean, our entire defense is predicated on stopping the deep ball and letting those quick little 3-yard, 5-yard out routes happen, because we have dogs that are going to hawk the ball and just hit you. And I mean, it's all culminated into a great Eagles season. Since I started being a fan, it's been fantastic. I mean, seeing Jalen really explode in the MVP year from a questionable, just talented quarterback that we didn't know how well he was going to be, to then the absolute highs of last year, to the collapse, to then bounce back with new rosters and new coordinators, and we're in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. I mean, it is... I don't want to, and I don't want Eagles fans, if we end up losing the big game, to not see how amazing of a season this is and how fun we had. Not a lot of teams get to get here in the first place. Not a lot of teams are able to see their teams win a Super Bowl in their lifetime, which I luckily was able to. And to be there 3 times since I really was paying attention to anything about football, it is a blessing that the Eagles are this good. And to get all that out of the way, here are my deep dives into the Super Bowl. Now, me and my friends have had long conversations and discussed who would the Eagles rather play, Bills or Chiefs. It's right after the Commanders game. I immediately was just talking with them. During the game, talking with them. Who would I rather play? On paper, I would rather play the Chiefs. But on the flip side, they're inevitable. They have a great defense. They have the best quarterback of our time. Well, I mean, after Tom Brady, But number 2 all-time quarterback, playoff riser to the highest extent. But other than that, when you look at this Chiefs team in total, they don't have unbelievable weapons. They have guys that can make plays, but they don't have some star-studded weapons. They don't have an amazing run game. Their defense gives up a lot of yards to the run. And all of those things make me feel that we are the better team and that we should win this game. There are just some key things that are going to change. One thing, I'll just get over this talking point quickly. Jake Elliott kicking off and field goal kicking. It's bad. It's bad. I'm so worried that because he doesn't even kick the ball out of the end zone anymore, that they might take one and they might get really good field position in an important part of the game. And if it's not within 35 yards, I'm not confident at all that Jake will get it in. Extra points, I'm not confident. So those are obviously big red flags. Is the special teams on the kicking side. On the opposing side, like punting the ball, I think we're going to be a lot more hemmed up after the 4th down conversion that the Commanders made. We still try to hit the ball out a lot, but Cooper's also had a little bit of fumbling. So special teams wise, other than straight up tackling and defense, like hitting the ball out, I feel like we need to be on top of our game. But that being said, let's talk about the Chiefs' offense versus our defense. Vic Fangio is going to cover up the top, and they're going to have to somewhat run the ball effectively. I think that we should play Patrick Mahomes the exact same way we played Jaden Daniels, as a running threat quarterback. I understand that he doesn't get a bunch of huge chunk runs, but I feel like he gets around 40 yards of running, 30 running, stumbling through that, 40 rushing yards per playoff game, and they're all in the most opportune moments. They're on 3rd and 10. They're on when you need to make a play in a critical drive. We need to treat him like Jaden Daniels, and we need to contain him in the pocket while also getting pressure, which, shout out BG, I hope he's back, shout out Nolan Smith. Those guys are going to have to win on the edges, and Jalen Carter's going to have to do what he does up front. As for the linebackers, I mean, how can I not trust Zach Bond? And even Burks has come in, and he hasn't even been bad. He's made some plays. As for our corners and safeties, as I was saying, those linebackers and Cooper DeJean are going to have to really, really be big and physical with Travis Kelce. We give up those little routes to those tight ends, those quick things like little almost check downs, little sit down out routes, because we're just hemming, we're like sewing a net over the top with the 2 high shell safeties. And Cooper DeJean is going to have to be big. He's going to have to play bigger than his size, and then he's going to have to step up big time. I think that we can slow down this Chiefs offense. They've scored 30. They've scored over 30 points. I'm so sorry, one time this year. Granted, that wasn't the Bills game, but they're one of their very important corners got hurt, and they just attacked him almost all game. And other than that, it was just Patrick Mahomes magic and some help for the refs, But I don't want to harp on the refs. Hopefully that it's a clean game. As for our offense versus their defense, Saquon's going to have to do Saquon stuff. Jalen Hurts can't turn the ball over. And Kellen Moore's going to have to keep the energy from last week and getting guys open quickly. Because if it's anyone that's going to drop a blitz, it's going to be Spags. And even Jalen Hurts under pressure has much rather thrown the ball away and take sacks than ever put it in harm's way. So he needs people that he can quickly go to. That's all stuff we know, though. It's going to be a great game. We are technically the home team. They switch every year, so we get to practice in the Saints facility. It is on turf and dome, so there's not going to be the field fiasco that there was in last time we met the Chiefs. And speaking legacy-wise, they're going for a three-peat. They're in the Super Bowl 3 times. They are a great team. They're an all-time dynasty. And it feels like they're inevitable, but this Eagles team is going to be fired up. They're ready. They mean business, and I cannot wait for this game. That's about it. Just kind of rambling here, getting my thoughts out if I ever come back to these. Subscribe if you want to. Shout out to go check out my podcast where it's a little more fun, a little more upbeat. Taste Buds podcast if you want to. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.